Well, hello guys, and welcome back to another Steven Universe review. In this episode, we're looking at Are You My Dad? So, I've said the past two episodes have just been build-up. They've been building up to something. Well, this is the episode that finally gives us the payoff to that build-up. Well, part of the payoff. So, it starts off, Amethyst and Steven, right? Or all the gyms are basically just hanging out at the beach. Steven's waiting for Jamie to show up with a package of khakis or something. Amethyst is literally just drinking beans. Okay. Garnet and Pearl are making a sandcastle for crabs. These are just jokes that are just there for the sake of, oh, lol jokes. Okay, whatever. It is cute, I'll give it that. But eventually, Steven decides to go into town to get donuts, and Amethyst is going to hold the post while he goes and does it. As he's walking up to the big donut, he bumps into Sour Cream, who's handing out missing posters for Onion, because Onion didn't show up he never showed back up, and he's been gone for a while. And yeah, I do like the detail that the missing posters are actually wanted posters. That's pretty funny. But yeah, Onion's missing, obviously. We've seen this built up. So Steven goes into the big donut. It's closed. He ends up going out back and finding Barb, Sadie's mother, and they go inside, and nobody's there as well. Sadie never came home, and it's like, this is serious. Something bad has happened. So Steven goes looking around. He goes around Funland. Okay. And eventually he runs into a little blue gym with a tier for a gym, right? It's like a tier. And this is Aquamarine. She's asking, are you my dad? Because in the trailer, in like the preview leading up to the Steven Bomb, at the end of it you hear the, are you my dad? And people were like, what is that? What's going on? And yeah, it's Aquamarine saying that. It's, okay, a lot of people, these designs leaked, I don't know, a week or two ago now. And people are very split on them. My thoughts, I mean, we'll get into a little bit detail here in a little bit, but with Aquamarine, I think it's okay. She's not that great, but she's not bad. I mean, she's a little cuter, she's going for the schoolgirl aesthetic. I do like the, how she has, instead of like, Lapis has angel wings. She has fairy wings, which, okay, I've seen like a lot of comparisons like Dora the Explorer and stuff like that, right? My thought was Nymph from Heaven's Lost Property. It actually, that was my thought. Call me a weeaboo, whatever, I don't care. But eventually she goes running off because Steven's not my dad. And Steven reports it to the Crystal Gems, and they do like this little drawing thing, which, okay, Pearl does her drawing, and it looks great, but she's like, oh, I can barely draw a circle. Oh, I'm such a bad artist. People like that annoy me so much. People who are amazing artists, but yet they're like, oh, I suck at art. Because I am bad at art. I can't draw a straight line. I suck. So it always annoys me when people who are good at art say they're not good, because they are good. Oh, it annoys me so much. But eventually, right, they do their whole drawing thing, and then they're like, oh, we're going to split up. Connie and Steven break off into one group, and there's a nice little, they're doing this whole, they're like, oh, what if she was adopted by a rich man? They're doing the whole story of Annie, right? So they eventually go out into the woods, look around, and Aquamarine shows back up, and it's like, are you my dad? And eventually finds out that it's Connie, and she finds out that, Connie is Connie. Aquamarine calls Topaz. Topaz shows up, who is the other gem of the episode, okay, I'm fine with Aquamarine's design. I think it's nice. It's very simple. However, I don't really care for Topaz's. It's very square, very blocky, which, okay, Topaz is a type of jasper, right? It's a quartz. It's a type of jasper. So it fits into that same theme, But I don't know, there's just something about it. And it is interesting because this topaz is a fusion. What it's doing is it's unfusing, grabbing people, and then when it fuses, the people are stuck inside its body. That's actually a really interesting idea. It's like a jail cell kind of thing. I like that. But I don't care for Topaz's design. And I've heard people saying that, oh, the reason why these designs, because people are saying these designs are lazy, right? And I mean, they're just simple. It's Aquamarine. The thing that seems to be bugging people is that she doesn't have a nose. It just looks off, right? But I've been hearing people say that, oh, the reason these gyms are different are because they're homeworld gyms, right? They're not supposed to be like the other gyms. They're supposed to be different, more foreign. But I disagree. Look at Peridot. Peridot's a homeworld gym, and she blends in perfectly fine, even if she's getting shorter and shorter every time we see her. No, seriously, she is. But, so people will say, well, Peridot was supposed to be part of the main cast. Of course she's going to blend in. My rebuttal to that is Holly Blue Agate. Holly Blue Agate looks perfectly fine. She's not part of the main cast. I'd be surprised if we ever see her again. So yeah, they look off. I still think Aquamarine's fine though. And Aquamarine, she has that little ribbon in her hair. She takes it out, straightens it out, and it turns into like a magic wand that can like pick people up and move them around. And right, it's like Syndrome's wristwatch from The Incredibles. You guys know what I'm talking about? She flings Steven off, and her and Topaz leave. And I do find it interesting because if you see Aquamarine, her wings are very solid, but when she's flying around, you see the darker shades in her wings. I kind of wish her wings naturally had those darker shades in them. It's more complexity, because, I mean, like, we don't really see much of her wings in this episode, but still. But yeah, eventually the gyms are kidnapped, and the humans are kidnapped, and Steven's knocked out unconscious, and that's where it ends. It's our cliffhanger for the next episode, which is the season finale. But yeah, with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed. Stay tuned for more. Until next time, peace.